I time for justice. Um, as I been talking about um, this kind of matter has to do with many things, and I have to start with work around the concept in itself. Justice. This is what is just right. It's about rightness. So, as you may know, in a court, by the rules, you have to prove your allegations, or you'll be in trouble. Because there is an order to respect. Outside of court is different. People are what people are, different. Whatever may be the situation, things are not under judgment, so there is a time for that, there is a place for that, there is a nature for everything. And there are things that like limits to be respected, so people need to have freedom to move themselves in doing their things in their way, because everybody is different, and so on, you know. So things have a time and a place, and so right now we have that time. We need to take care, so the situation demands certain orientation, certain approach, and we need to do our own work. We need to give what we can in order to not apply, but at least demand and well, be vigilant, at least, in order to demand again what is up to what is asked. So we need and we want justice, because it has to do with us, with our nature, with our needs, and that is what must be done. So the problem here starts with complicity, commitment. Well, there is a reality that I mean, it's not easy, but it must be done. People need to understand that this is tough, will be tough, but must be done. There is no other way. Not only for us, but for the others too. Like those that have no power, like children, they need to be taken care. So we have to do what we have to do. That's it. Now, you know, this system works around like a game, a scheme. Scheme of manipulation, where this is about different things, from brainwashing to some kind of business, corruption, and interests, and so here we have basically two different things. In first place, we have what is about our nature, and so consciousness, and what is demanded. And of course this has two different natures, which is in first place the spiritual realm, and second the matter plane. So of course they are connected, and this has to do with exactly with that relation. And so we need to understand that we have a duty. So here simply should forget every kind of belief, because that serves nothing. And instead you need to ask questions. And so we have here a situation where we have two situations, I mean two different things. One is the limit of different realities where people that have no power, basically have no conditions, have no tools, have no way to fight for what should be and what they need, what they should also, and so they have to accept simply a reality that that in fact is imposed to them, like the law, for instance. So if those are corrupted in this plane, in this, I mean, in these terms, they cannot be judged, they cannot be pointed as guilt. And so that is not a question also. Now, the thing is, until when that can be understood, can be accepted, because people like consciousness is about also, it's about consciousness. When people see that has the time, the place to take their position, well, that is different. That is when people must take their position, and so they must say things like, okay, I am for this or that. I say enough for that thing that I was into, because I had no chance to live otherwise. So what? You see, so this is the situation. Because if people deny at this time, from now on, they will be in problems with somehow, they will be in more difficulties, because things are changing, and they must accept the change, because the change is not only for them too, but they have the duty to take that change for them too. So you see, here we have a situation where we need to consider, I mean, rethink what people usually think, because the system always told them and keep told them that things are in that way. An example is people thinking about money, like is something without connection with anything, which is not the case. So people think things like, of course I want to be rich, if I do this or that, I may get there, and so things like that. So people don't relate anything, like there is nothing to relate for. But that is not the truth. That is collaborating with the speculation. That is feeding the problem, feeding the evil. See? So, the problem is not someone get rich, not that. The problem is how and what that people do and so on. You see, there is a relation always with everything, with everybody. So you may see always some kind of explanation. What is the explanation? The crap they learn, which has to do with the system, which is the evil. People live in the illusion that they are doing things well and so on, and that is not the case. Like, for instance, someone learn how to earn money and so on, and keep doing the same thing as the others. I mean, the enemy. I mean, those that should be their enemy too. But instead, they work exactly in the same way. So they are joined basically at the club. And so, you see, they are part of the problem. In here, right now, you cannot say there is no problem. No, there is a problem. So everybody must take their stand. It's for or against. So simple as that. And so now is the time. And you see, as I said in the beginning, one thing is explaining whatever may be, giving a good theory, presenting good facts, arguments. Other is justifying. You see, because you can explain things. For instance, using the law excuse, but the law is created by the enemy, by the evil, by Worms call it politicians. But this is crime. The law in this system is crime, not just, not right. If you are still demanding rights, you are mistaken. So, justifying is different. And that is the thing. Things are what things are, not because you think that things are in this or that way. See? So, justice is what is just, what is right. And what is right is right. Not a matter of belief, theory, good arguments, good facts, and so on. No, it's about the truth. That's it. And so, oh, this guy, I think it's using flies around me to difficulty me to make this video again. So, you see, we must justify right now. There is no more space to bullshit. So, you see, now is demand. We need to demand everything that concerns to the real human nature, and so we need to demand everything in a way that serves the legitimacy and so the sustainability. So doesn't matter if we are talking about what kind of organization, like a company, or if we are talking about orientation. Doesn't matter about work, about social, family. We need to understand what this is about. Sustainability is about serving exactly the real human nature. So, you see, everything must change. The way people organize themselves, the way people work, the way people do everything, like politics and everything. See? And so, just to finish, when people think that things are justified by the rules that the system is giving them, well, they are mistaken, because we are talking about crime, not right. So people must pay for what must be paid. For instance, if they are being not paying taxes, well, they must pay for it, and with some more, because they should and they didn't, and that bring us some price. We paid for them, so they must pay for it. Now, in order to do justice, that is the thing. So, for now on, things must be different. Who pay taxes, what taxes, and so on, well, that must be worked by everybody, not someone that we may think, well, they are representing us. No way. Enough is enough. So the system must be shut down. The evil must be finished. We need to start a new way, new world, new life. And that is about our work, our compromise, our interests, and so on. Our duty. That is social contract. Our participation is demanded from now on. That is the thing. So, again, keep well. Till next one.